And for your consideration today, I have the fantastic Mrs. Mills and this wonderful record called I'm Mighty Glad, which in my opinion is probably her best record. And I can't believe it. You can actually purchase this record for 18 cents from the Discogs used record site on the internet. And I tell you what, that's one of the reasons why I'm reviewing it, because if you don't get your hands on this, you're nuts. Anyway, let me take you through it. Mrs. Mills, she was born in 1918. She is the daughter of a wonderful harp player, Henry, and she was just a typist in a typing pool. Used to play a bit of music with the Astorians group, or kind of a dance party. And then after being seen by some of her friends in the typing club or the typing pool, they decided that she needed to make a name for herself. And the rest is history, my friends, because in the 1960s she released several records, including I'm Mighty Glad, which was 67, and this Non-Stop Hunky Tonk Party as well, which I believe was around about 1970. Now, I love the pictures. She used to poke fun at herself. I believe she said that laughing makes you fat, and she said that's why I'm fat. And actually, sadly enough, she did actually die from a heart attack in 1978 at the age of 60. But in the last 20 years of her life, she really brought a lot of joy to people with her wonderful piano playing. If you look her up on YouTube, there is actually a BBC 4 documentary talking about her wonderful playing. And it's the kind of music, you know, you want a couple of friends to come over and maybe sit around a piano. Well, if you don't have anyone that can play the piano, you just throw on Mrs. Mills and you can do the dancing, listening to the vinyl. Especially with the pops and the crackles, you can relive the sounds of the 60s and the 70s. Anyway, let's take a look at this. I'm going to be playing a Good Morning for you a bit later on. That is my favorite song from this record. But it has some greats. Mrs. Mills, her face is plastered all over this, which is fantastic. And anyway, before I wear myself out by going on about it, let's have a bit of a listen through the Sansui AU555A amplifier and the Sansui SR313 turntable to Good Morning. Here we go. Let's just crank it up for you. Doesn't get you dancing, nothing will, I tell you what. Well, it's just really tremendous stuff there. So get your 18 cents out of your pocket and look her up on Discogs. You will know, if you know anything about Mrs. Mills, that she actually recorded in the Abbey Road studios the same time the Beatles were recording, and that is actually referenced on the Beatles Anthology DVD. And she also did a rendition of Yellow Submarine, famous Beatles song. So, I hope you enjoyed my review today. Let's get this lady back in the limelight. And if you like my review, if you got any other Mrs. Mills records, you can send me the review. Please do. I'm trying to get the whole discography. And please sign up to my channel. Please, thank you very much.